Ava Barony.
I'm Sarah Edwards.
We are the Botanical Alchemists. We're so excited to be here with you today. We are artists in Spokane. We make nature art together. Sarah, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I've been making small-scale nature art for about 5 years, and I've turned that into a greeting card business. I met Ava last spring, and we just hit it off, and
We love to make art together. I'm actually a horticulture technician, so I work with plants. I do landscape design. But when I met Sarah, I realized that I wanted to make art for a living. So we formed a business together. We do lots of custom pieces, small scale pieces, big scale pieces, all different scale pieces.
some traditional floral arrangements, but mostly they're very non-conventional pieces that are on the ground or three-dimensional sculptures that are unusual. We're always up to a new challenge.
Nature art is basically taking elements from nature that you find around, gather in your yard, and putting it together in a collage of sorts to make a picture. These pictures can be very, very simple, like a circle. These pictures can be a heart. They could be complicated, like a bird or a snail, or
it could just be a collage of different pieces that you collect and put out to look at.
Yeah. If you want to take a look at a piece we just made, this is a really sort of complicated piece of nature art that we made purely out of flowers and greenery. We made this for a custom piece for someone. You can already see bees landing on it. That's really great. But today we're going to do something a lot more simple with you. The way you start nature art is first just find an area that's kind of flat. We like to use dirt, but you can just as easily use grass or a sidewalk or a gravelly area somewhere in nature.
You can even do it inside on the table.
You can even do it inside.
What's nice about outside is you can just leave it there and it will decay and go back to the earth on its own.
Yeah. So you start with a simple area and then you begin collecting. And the collecting part is when you go for a walk in your neighborhood or in a park. Fall is a really great time to do it. We're doing it here now in October. October is when the leaves start, or the trees start to drop all their needles and leaves and some interesting berries. We went around our backyards and found a really great collection of mountain ash berries and hawthorn berries, and pine cones are really fun to work with. Anything that looks interesting. There's no right answer to
Rocks
this.
or sticks.
Sticks, rocks, these are chestnuts, which I think are so cool. When you open them up, there's chestnuts inside.
So this is essentially a free activity that you can totally go around your neighborhood, your yard, your park, and find little bits to make art with. And when you start to look closer at the earth, you really will see more of what's down there. It's a whole other little world.
One thing we do like to mention is to be respectful when you're picking in nature. You don't need a little bit. You want to make it look like you were never there. If you do pick something up off the ground or from a plant, just be mindful where you're collecting. If it's in your yard and you have permission, obviously, then that's the best. Like I said, we got all this from our yard. Today we wanted to do something kind of an introductory project for nature art, and it's called a mandala. A mandala is a geometric, somewhat symmetrical piece that starts with a center and then radiates out. People have been making mandalas for a very long time. We are just one of the many people that make mandalas. Sarah, why don't you start?
We'll start with the nice flower in the center.
Right. Give it a little space. What kind of flower is that?
That one's a sunflower.
Nice sunflower.
One of the great things that I love about nature art is that it can be a really nice meditation. For me, when I start making and when I'm gathering, I really get out of my head and in that no-mind zone. I think it's a really great way to be present and in the moment. Something about nature art is that it is ephemeral, which means that it's fleeting and that it's not lasting long. So, there's kind of less pressure than if you were trying to make a nice painting that you want to keep forever, or you want to give as a gift. This is a little bit more about being in the process as opposed to making a finished product. Well, we do make a finished product, though, at moments.
So I'm starting with these little junipers, and see how I've got them in like 4 directions? start. Again, there's no right answer though. You can do this by yourself or with a friend. And the great thing about it is if you're not happy with it or you're finished, you can wipe it away and you can start fresh again. And like we're saying, it's really nice to not put a lot of pressure on it. It's really about enjoying that process, being with nature, being with yourself or possibly friends. Making nature art can really be a nice way to process our human emotions that we have so many of, and it can be, if you're feeling happy as a celebration, and it could be if you're sad and you're feeling grief, it can be a really nice way to connect with the earth and to sort of, let the earth help you process these feelings. Using little bits of moss. And so a mandala isn't designed that, like we said, is kind of symmetrical, so we're trying to do similar things opposite each other. But like we said, you can do anything you want. You can just put the pieces out as on display, or we've created a bird, an elephant, all sorts of different turtle, lots of hearts, lots of heart designs. Okay. And then I always like to sprinkle petals all the way around the outside. So look. As you complete your piece, remembering that it's an ephemeral piece, it'll go back to the earth. You're welcome to take a picture of it, and in fact, we invite you to take a picture of it for this specific challenge. We challenge you to go out, go collecting in your neighborhood, pick up some little things. You don't need a lot to make your own nature art. Take a picture of it and send it into the Botanical Alchemists
At gmail.com.
at Gmail. And be sure to send it to us because we're going to be doing a gallery showing of all of your guys' work. So we can't wait to see what you come up with, and we look forward to playing along with you.